The wife divorced him to run away with her girl. The wife, the youth minister, his wife, the youth minister, divorced him.
The ski boots that he stole.
She started about the time all this was happening. A little later, our friend Carter had gotten out of a messy divorce and was staying with him, and the wife started going off on camping trips with her friend. And eventually, we discovered that they were going off to do pony play. But one day.
All
right, we're done here.
I didn't notice any of the story. I didn't. I heard the word divorce. Yeah, I heard like youth minister, divorce. I like very little, pony and then I heard pony play, and I'm hooked.
So
tell me more.
So Carter is trying because their house was disgusting. Carter actually took pictures of it because he didn't think anybody would believe him. He ran CSI games at a couple of conventions and used the pictures as like crime scene photos. And people are going, "How long did it take you to make this place look like such a sty?" It's like, no, that's how it naturally looked. Like there was so much cat hair on the carpet you couldn't see the carpet. It was just a vile place. But they're cleaning up one day, and as you might have gathered from all the money they stole from us, they would just buy new things rather than like when Carter first moved in, he was going to wash their clothes. He went through an entire 80-load thing of detergent and got about a quarter of it.
Wait, you're trying to tell me that this motherfucker stole $10,000 to wash clothes?
No.
Right.
To not wash clothes. Because
not wash
they would
clothes.
Just buy new clothes
right.
on our credit card.
Okay. This man is
and
ridiculous.
Other things like the ski boots that we're getting to.
Yeah, I'm not attacking you. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I'm not attacking you.
No.
I'm attacking them. Because
they're
that's dumb.
people.
That's real dumb.
But yeah, they would just go out and buy new clothes rather than... This guy made like $60,000, $70,000 a year. And was still constantly behind on his mortgage, and his lights were getting cut out. Because they would just... Like, he ate steak every fucking night. Our credit card bill, we could tell you every good steak place in Louisville from it. But anyway, Carter's helping them clean up. And there's a big pile of suitcases from where she's gone on her camping trips to pony play. And he's like, there's a big strap on laying in the suitcase. Just laying there. Open suitcase, like in the foyer of the house, like right as you come in the front door.
She was packing.
And he's like, so I just closed the suitcase and like took it to the bedroom and didn't even ask. And he's telling a story, and our friend Tomoko is like, "Oh, I would have been like, check out this unicorn hat I found." So if we refer to a unicorn hat, that's what we mean. But the ski boot thing, he bought a pair of ski boots for his wife on our credit card, and we're like, because we find out, we realize that it was when M-Force was printed, and he had told us like 3 or 4 different stories on how we were financially, and he told people not involved in the company that we were going out of business, like business contacts not involved with the company, people who ran conventions and stuff, that we were about to go out to file bankruptcy. And meanwhile, he's telling us it's great. And he's telling us, well, we're going to need to borrow some money for this or for printing or whatever. And he told Ryan, the guy who was backing us financially, something else. We start figuring out, okay, dude's obviously stole some money. Up until the night before, he's still telling us, well, the night before we were going to have a meeting to go through all the bank statements. He says, well, I paid my electricity bill with it, but I paid it right back. That's all I've ever used it for personally. And go through this big long thing before we look at the bank statements. And eventually he quits and leaves. After trying to tell us we'll never succeed without it. And he leaves. Leighton walks with him to his car. And we start going through the bank statements. And that's when we find steak and gas and steak and gas, steak, gas, steak, gas. Strip club in Vegas, which happened when we went to the Gamma Trade Show. I was there for that. And he had actually woken me up to tell me, because he didn't have any money when we left. We had agreed we'll use the credit card for that because we were supposed to have 5 guys. It ended up being 2 of us. It's like we're going to use the credit card to pay for the hotel and a little bit of other stuff. He didn't have any money with him. And I later discovered. He said he didn't have any cash, but he had his credit card. It turned out it was actually our credit card. But he said he only had $10 cash. He was like, "Oh well, I went to the blackjack table and won $100, so I went to the strip club with it." Turns out one of the charges, Spearmint Rhino, Las Vegas, $100.
Wow.
So strippers, ski boots. He bought ski boots for his wife, which was what he was referring to. And when we were asking him, somebody said, "Why did you think?" He was like, "Well, she'd been working really hard at seminary, and she deserved those ski boots." I said, "Well, okay, but why did we deserve to buy them for her?" That's the part. Dude has never apologized. The closest I've gotten is he called me one day and said, "I might have made a few mistakes."
Maybe.
I think this evening has turned.
Didn't buy the rest of you guys a lap dance.
Right. I think this evening has turned. I think this evening has turned into story time with Steve, and I think I like it.
Good one.
We have so many stories about this guy.
We're not bringing up leather at all.